I lost my mom when I was 10.
Okay.
And I think everything just went south. I need to have sex because this guy's going to leave me if I don't have sex with him. And that's how I fell pregnant. I didn't find pornography from a video or no. My grandfather would show me pornography causes literally makes dents in your brain. Like heroin is the same thing. Without Christ, I had been lost all along. But I feel like that time it was the peak. Like, the peak of that dark place that I was in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grace of God channel, the time that we've all been waiting for. I'm amazed. I'm happy. I'm happy to be back on the screens. I hope you are happy to be back on the screens. I just want to remind you because I keep forgetting. Please like and subscribe. Make sure that you share to someone that you know. Share on your statuses, share on Facebook, share on Instagram, because this testimony might help someone that you just shared with. So today, we are living with the scripture that says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimonies. We are here again to testify not about men, but about God that died, Jesus that died and rose up again on the cross and redeemed us from our sinful nature, changed us from our sinful nature and gave us a new life. So we are here to talk about him today. We are here to say, Lord, we thank you. And if it had not been for you on our side, we don't know where we'll be. I love saying that personally for me, I would have been dead, but today it's not about me. So we have our guest today, my sister, Thulani. However, she calls herself I hope I'll be able to pronounce it well, Ziba.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one.
Welcome to the Grace of God channel.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so humbled and thank you for saying yes.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. So straight to the point, who are you?
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question. I am, first of all, a child of God.
Say that again.
Yeah, first of all.
Say that again.
We start there. I'm a child of God.
Yeah.
I am a wife. I am a mother. Recent mother. Yay. I'm a teacher.
Okay.
By profession.
Okay.
And I just love all things Jesus. That's me. I love church. I love the word.
Yes.
I love food. That's you. So I feel like when you ask the question, who are you? It's such a loaded question. But those are just some of the things that just sum me up. Yeah.
And I love that. And who are we without Christ?
Exactly. So we start there.
We start there. I'm more interested in you are Thulani.
Yeah.
But you call yourself Ziba.
Yes.
Why?
So my birth ID name is Thulani.
Okay.
And I got born again in 2017.
Wow.
So as I was growing in the Lord, I just felt the Lord called me Ziba. Right. So Ziba is in Isaiah 62, I think.
Okay.
I'm getting if I get it right. Isaiah 62, where it says, I'll give you a new name. You'll be called Ziba, and your land will be married.
My God.
So from then on, I felt like the Lord was saying Ziba. So Ziba means he is pleased with her. So I felt like the Lord was telling me that I'm pleased with you. You don't have to do anything. I am already pleased with you. So
my God,
that's where Ziba comes from.
And do you maybe feel like it was because of where God took you?
Yes, absolutely. And at the time when I received the name, I was asking him, who am I? Because now you come into the family of God and you're learning about your identity, and
sure,
you don't know who you, like, you're not who you used to be. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you're going to be.
Sure.
So every now and again, I have to ask God, who am I now? You know, and at the time when I asked him, Who am I? He said, Hepzibah, I am pleased with you.
Sure.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to prove anything.
Yo,
You're already in.
you don't
have
have
a
to
seat at the
do
table.
anything. You don't have
Yeah.
to. I'm reminded of the scripture that says that it was not by the works.
Yeah.
It's not by the works. It's by him, by the grace of God, by the Spirit of the Lord. So says the Lord.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, when you say that you got born again in 2016, 17,
Yeah. 2017, yeah.
were you in church before? Or you just found out about this God that time? Or you were in church thinking that you know God, but later realized that you didn't know him and he found you?
Oh, no. Mine is, I was not a church girl.
Okay.
I was not in church at the time.
Okay.
I was not a Christian. I come from a Christian family. But I was not a Christian at the time. I was not attending church at all. I was actually in a very dark place at the time when I got born again. So when I asked God, I remember the day leading up to me getting born again and going to church, I had asked God, is this all you have? Like, if this is life,
Sure.
then wow, it's fine. You can take me because I don't understand what's going on. So I told him that, and there was a lady who lived in my complex. She saw me passing and she's like, hey, hi, can I come visit you? And then I was like, oh, what do you want, lady? You're too friendly. Like, what's
Yes.
wrong?
And you didn't know this lady?
I didn't know her. She just saw me passing and she's like, can I come visit you? And I was like, yeah, sure, come. And on the day when I was asking God those questions, like, is this all you have? Because it can't be. That lady, the same day, she came to my house, to my flat. And she came and shared her testimony. And when she shared her testimony, I was like, what? Really? Like, that's what happened to you, And I was so blown away that I couldn't even do anything afterwards. I was just thinking about what she said. And that's how I ended up going to church, because then she invited me to church. Like, okay, come to church on Sunday. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in knowing. I was in a dark place.
Yeah.
What is dark?
Oh, it's like, when you share your testimony so many times, or when you have been saved for, like, it hasn't been that long.
Yes.
But
it's long.
You get...
We're going to 10 years now.
Right?
Oh, it might be 10 years.
Right?
Yes.
You get to the point where you are in your new identity that you even forget, like... You can forget that, oh, Kana, I was in this place. So when you ask me that place, I have to now literally, like...
go back,
rewind and say, oh, Kana, what was that place again?
Sure.
But I don't know how I had gotten to the point that I had gotten to in my life.
Yes.
So in 2017, it was all about drinking. I remember I was drinking so heavily, like literally I would rest maybe 1 or 2 days in a week. But every day, every night, I would be out partying, drinking. I had a blesser. So I was out with my blesser who was married.
Sure.
So I always identify myself with the woman at the well.
Yes.
I was dating, not even dating, I was seeing in a situationship with 5 guys.
At the same
time. 2 were married. The other 3 were just so that I can have someone to entertain me, right? So I didn't want to be alone. So what happened was I knew that these 2 had wives, so they might be busy yet, So I needed someone who I can call at any time to come and entertain me.
We only see each other when we need each other.
Yeah. And then just drinking, partying, drugs. I was also heavily into drugs because my blesser was into drugs. So obviously. So I just felt so lost at the time. Like, obviously, without Christ, I had been lost all along. But I feel like that time it was the peak. like, the peak of that dark place that I was in. So mentally, I couldn't sit by myself. I couldn't be by myself. I always had to be either drinking. If I was working at the time, I'm at work, but I'm always busy with something
Always, yeah.
and never really just by myself. So, yeah, that was really a hard time.
Were you keeping yourself busy because something had happened? Maybe you're trying to forget, or it started somewhere, but you just realized that you are at the peak in 2017, or did it start in 2017?
You know what? No, honestly, it feels like, to me, I got born again when I was 24.
Okay.
And it feels like it's been 9 years now. The 9 years that I've lived with Christ are the 9 years that I've actually lived. So the 24, it feels like the 24 doesn't count.
My God.
Because I had a tough childhood.
Wanna go there?
Yeah, we can go
Yeah,
there.
I think let's go there. Yeah.
I lost my mom when I was 10.
Okay.
And I think everything just went south because I'm losing my mom at a time where I'm entering into puberty.
Sensitive
Right?
time.
So now it's like this transition is happening
Yeah.
and there's too many transitions happening. And I just so happened to enter into my adolescence
Yes.
with a wound already, like with not even a wound.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call it, with a broken identity because here I am. I had a person who I spent all my time with. I know this person as my safe place. And all of a
10.
sudden, she's gone.
Oh, yes, the mama. Yes.
My mama is gone. So I now think about it that I only had 10 years with her. And those 10 years were spent with her. Like my mom didn't work. My mom didn't have...
Sure.
I can't point to something and say, oh, my mom had a house or my mom had a career or my mom had me. I am her legacy. I am the thing you point to and say, this is her. So she spent her time literally raising me and then she died.
Oh.
And when she died, it was like, okay,
What now?
what are we doing? The world just suddenly felt so big. And here I am as a 10-year-old in it. So it's just a picture to show you how I entered adolescence. Yes. And immediately when I entered into a lot of things that I was not prepared for. I was abused by my grandfather, sexually abused.
At what age?
At around that time, like 10, 11, around that time. So like I'm saying, there was a lot. I got introduced to pornography at that time. So when I entered my transition into adulthood.
And you're growing up knowing that this is life.
Yeah, I'm now a teenager. Oh, wow. There's not pregnancy, there's pornography. There is abuse, sex. There is a lot of things.
And
there's
it's okay
dating.
because it's my grandfather.
Yeah, it's okay because what is this? When my introduction to sex was being abused. So now I'm just in it at 13 years old. And I'm just growing up. It's just like the wounds keep just piling.
Sure.
And I feel like just to sum it up, you get abused. And then after you are abused, you continue with the abuse yourself, even without the abuser.
Please say that again.
You get abused and then you continue with the abuse. Because I think what the enemy wants to do is to get you when you are young. That's the only way.
Sure.
If I can get you when you're young, I have you as an adult. Because the most important years of our lives are not now at 30s.
My God.
30s is late. The most important times is the times when you're forming your identity, when you're forming your personality, when you're entering into your womanhood. That's the important, because if I can sow something there, then I know I have you as an adult.
Sure.
So obviously now I'm introduced to pornography. I'm being abused, by an older man. granted family, but old. So now when I get into my 20s, 1920s there, what do? I'm continuing with the pornography.
That's life.
I'm already addicted to porn.
Yes.
Now, these things, they cause dents.
Sure.
Pornography causes literally makes dents in your brain. Like heroin is the same thing. So if they showed you a porn addict's brain and a heroin addict's brain, it's the same thing. It causes dents in the brain. It causes dents in your soul, obviously. So now I am growing up as this dented human, and that weighs heavily on the soul. You can't see it. You can't really trace it to say, oh, this was the point where no.
No.
Everything is combined, and then you're just growing now. Now as an adult, all you know is brokenness. So what are you going to do?
God.
Continue with the brokenness. And that's what I did. And brokenness mentally, you don't know why you do certain things. You don't know why you don't have self-control.
Oh.
Like everything just goes. When are you are always saying yes. You're always going out. Oh, when I go out, yes. You know, like I'm always chasing men. I felt like I can get any guy I want. Like now, I can get anyone. So I continued with that. Hence, leading up to the blesser. The fact that he's married doesn't bother me. He's an older guy. So it's like the seeds that are sown they just keep bearing fruit in different ways, you know? You just
In one person.
Different fruits. There's lust that comes from the pornography, so I can have sex with anyone. Sex doesn't mean anything.
Sure.
It doesn't bother me in any way that I can meet a guy today and have sex with him today.
It's life.
It's life. We move on. And now, one of the dents that happened in adolescenthood was that I fell pregnant in that time.
How old were you then?
I was 16. So now, all I knew was that I needed the attention of boys. Like, if I wanted attention, I'm going to get it from a boy. And the person who told me that, who taught me that, was my grandfather, who was abusing me.
Sure.
So you have to understand that it's not like, oh, you like boys. No. I was told. He taught me that ngwanyana o godisiwa ke moshimane. Right? So for me to grow into a woman, I have to be with a man. He also showed me, like, pornography was introduced. I didn't find pornography from a video or no. My grandfather would show me. It wasn't videos, it was books, little books that he would show me that this guy is this girl's father. So you see what they are doing? And now when I look at a picture of myself at 13, and when I see, because I'm a teacher, I see children, and I'm like, obviously, if you're going to tell me at 12, at 10, 11, that this is okay. You see what they are doing? This is okay.
And it's my grandfather.
This is the
He
person
wouldn't want to hurt me.
You understand? So it's a complex thing that happens where the person you trust is showing you this. Even now as an adult, it's hard to balance because this person who abused me is my grandfather and he loved me. Like, if we remove the abuse, he loved me in the sense that he would care for me. He would. So it's like a contradicting thing in the brain because you don't know. Now, I associate love with abuse. So if a person is hurting me, and then they say, I love you, it makes sense to me, like in the brain as I am growing. So even when like my dating time, like, when you're seeing boys now, I would get attracted to boys who mistreated me, boys who didn't want me. Those are the ones that I wanted, because somehow in the brain, when the brain is forming and growing, it's like, oh no, if you are getting hurt, yeah, you're loved. That's the one.
And the devil will even bring people
You
that will
understand?
hurt you.
You understand? So if when my boyfriend said, no, let's have sex, at that time, he was like, no, people are having sex. Why are you not having sex? So it's not love. It's like, okay, I need to have sex because this guy's going to leave me if I don't have sex with him. And that's how I fell pregnant. Because now, even if he says, let's not use protection, am I going to say no? No. I just agree with whatever he says.
That's
because this is the thing that I know. So that's how I fell pregnant. And now I'm finding myself in this, it's like when I talk about my life, because I've lived it.
Yes.
It's like a movie, really. I've lived many lives. I've lived many lives in my one lifetime, and it's just crazy to go back and think about it now as an adult, because as an adult, I'm looking at my younger self because she's there in me. Like, you know how when you are born now, it's not like you are born with different versions. You are already born with different versions of yourself, right? And you're just growing into them and growing into them. And now that I'm a mother, a wife, whatever, it doesn't mean that the little girl and the teenager and the baby is not there. They're just there. They're just past versions of me, but we are all here together. And I look at her as an adult, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, whoa. But I there's no way that I could have protected her because I was her. So now when I look at young girls, that's the way the protection comes from, because I'm like, oh, I didn't have anyone to do this for me. So, yeah.
I want to ask, Hefziba.
Yes.
I don't want to think about Tulani. I'm sorry. There are many girls that went through what you went through. Some are still going through it. I just wanted to ask, did you see the need of telling someone that my grandfather is doing this? Or it just felt right because it was my grandfather who loves me?
That's where the confusion comes in. That's where you don't know. If you are never told that this is wrong, you don't know it's wrong. You can feel that it's wrong, but who do I tell? Because
what do you say?
What do you say? Where do you start? Because my grandfather was molesting me. He was not raping me, right? So rape, it would be like a physical, the thing is happening. So it's also confusing because I don't know what that is. What do you mean? He's just touching me. So it's not rape, is it? Because as a child, I know rape. That rape is the thing that's wrong. So now it's not really rape. So what do I say? Where do I go? There's no safety. You see, if you're a child and you don't have anywhere to go, you don't have an adult. I'm even...
Sure, it's okay.
You don't have safety. Remember, I told you now that my mother passed away, the person that I knew as my safe place.
Oh.
And now my dad was working at the time, and I'm living in a household. I have an aunt, I have a grandmother who I don't have a relationship with really.
Oh.
So who do I go to?
Oh.
What do I say? To who? And the closest person I had was my grandfather.
Yes.
So you have to understand the complexity of it. He was the closest person I had, the one I felt safe with. So when he starts doing something that's not right, I don't know, because this is my safe place. So if somebody, like there's a girl who's going through this, there has to be someone that, even if it's a teacher, it doesn't have to be in their household, because
Sure.
I feel like at the time, I am in grief, I'm mourning,
You don't
there's a
know
lot
what's
going
happening.
on.
The world is
Even the
turned.
teachers, I didn't have any relationship with the teachers. I was all alone with this safety that's not safe for me. So I feel like if a girl has someone that they can talk to say that, you know what, this thing is happening to me, even if it's a neighbor, because I don't even know.
Even if
Remember,
it's a neighbor.
when I moved from my mom, I was staying with my mom, and then I moved to my grandfather's place after my mom passed away. I don't even know neighbors. So if I was maybe in where I lived with my mom, where I knew the neighbors, and I probably would have told someone to say, hey, I don't know, this is happening. Is this right? But I didn't at the time. And to me, it was like, oh, okay, this is right. Because he told me that it's right.
Oh. I want you to speak to a 16-year-old, especially about, in fact, let's picture a 16-year-old that is going through what you went through. A 16-year-old, maybe they're not being molested by their grandfather. Some are even being molested by their dads. You know, I think I'm joining you now. Some are being molested by their dads. Some are molested by teachers. Some are molested by their pastors. I want you to speak to them. As an adult that you are now, I want you to speak to them, guide them. There they are. Speak to them.
Well, I want you to know that there is nothing that you are doing that's wrong. Adults are supposed to protect you. Adults are supposed to be there for you. So if it's a pastor, a father, it feels like you are, if you were to tell on them, it feels like you are breaking trust. Or you are, what if something happens to them? What if they get arrested? That's not your job. Your job is to speak up. Parents, elders are supposed to protect you. They are not supposed to take advantage of you. And at the moment where you are being molested, where you're being raped, you're not helping anyone, especially yourself, by keeping it to yourself. And whatever happens to them, it's not on you. And I know that with family members, it's difficult to talk and to speak up. But you need to speak up to someone.
Yes.
Your innocence, the womanhood or the manhood that you have been given by God, not to be taken advantage of. It's a special gift that you were given. It's not for everyone. It's for your husband, it's for your wife, not for the people who are taking advantage of you. So I want you to know that it's okay. I give you permission to go and speak up, to go and say, hey, this thing is happening to me and it's not right. Somebody needs to know. Because if no one knows and it's you and your pastor or your grandfather or your father's little secret, it's not going to help anyone.
Sure.
And you don't know what it's going to do. Like, who else are they doing this to? So you keeping quiet, you're not helping anyone.
Sure.
If you have a little sister or a little brother, imagine them going through the same thing. It would not be you wouldn't want that to happen to them. So speak up. I promise you, it's scary, but you need to do it. That's all I can. And you are loved and you are cared for.
My God.
So you need to speak up.
I love the fact that you say you also included manhood, because we feel being sexually molested only happens to girls or to women, but also men goes through that as well. So men, speak up. Boy, speak up. There are certain areas where people are not supposed to touch you. Girl, there are certain areas where people are not supposed to touch you. I don't care their gender, but they are not supposed to touch you. Speak up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You fell pregnant at 16. Was it grandfather or it was someone else?
No, it wasn't grandfather, thank God. You're like already going through a lot. No.
I love that.
It's so funny how sorry, I'll just answer your question now. But it's funny how for a long time I was angry at God because I was like, where were you? This was happening. Like, bro, this is happening. Where were you? And now when I look back, I'm like, you were there. Why do I say that? Because like you're asking me that question, is it grandfather's child? It could have been.
It could have been.
He could have raped me. It could have been worse, but it wasn't. What made him not rape me?
Hey, thank you,
Do you
Jesus.
understand? Like, we have to understand that God is doing the best that he can with the people that are not submitted to him. So now if my grandfather is doing this, obviously he's not submitted to God. If the people around me are not submitted to God, they can't hear him. He may be saying, hey, check on your child. Maybe he's telling my dad, have you spoken to your daughter?
Sure.
Maybe, but he can't hear because he's not submitted to God. So now that's what you need to understand. He's doing the best that he can. So the fact that he even, out of all the perversity that my grandfather had, that he didn't go that far, that is God's mercy.
Amen.
Oh, yeah. So the question is, who made me pregnant? It was my boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
When I was 15. Yeah, my boyfriend. So obviously we are now having sex and we are now just now doing it without protection because we had been in a relationship for a long time. So I fell pregnant that way, yeah.
And what happened?
So I fell pregnant. I don't know if I told him I was pregnant. I was just in denial because here I was, my period was late, and I knew that I don't usually skip my period. So here I am now. I'm like, my period is late. Maybe I'm not pregnant. I'm just telling myself that I can't be pregnant.
Yes.
But I even know the time I fell pregnant because you just know, hey? When you know, you know. You just know that, okay, this thing happened. So I didn't tell him. I was trying to figure it out, and I kept quiet for a long time. Like a month went by, I was like, am I pregnant? Second month went by, I was just I was hoping that it would go away.
Yes.
I'm hoping that my period is going to come and all this is going to be gone, but it wasn't. And now it was a time where I was moving. So I was at my grandfather's house. So my dad and I had moved to a different place. So now that's God's mercy also.
My God.
We had moved to a different place. So now I'm there at a different place, and I was already pregnant when we moved.
Yes.
Now I'm here, and I had to tell someone. So I told, who did I tell? Actually, no, I didn't tell anyone. I told my boyfriend, and my boyfriend told his friends. His friends told my family. So now my aunt knew before my parents knew.
Yes.
And then my aunt told my stepmom that I'm pregnant. And then now I'm just like, yo. So when my stepmom found out that I was pregnant, she literally, my stepmom stays in Botswana.
Yes.
So my dad and my stepmom are in a long-term marriage.
Yes.
Long-distance marriage. So now she had to travel from Botswana the same day. She's like, I'm coming home today. And I'm like, oh, I knew it was about to go down. So now you can imagine I'm just there at 15. I'm trying to do my homework.
Oh my God.
My stepmom is like, so do you want to tell your dad or should I? And I'm like, And she told my dad. And it was not. I had never seen my dad look at me like that. It was one of the most painful moments because he looked at me and was like, pregnant?
How?
You know? And yeah, I feel like I was saying that a seed is sown and then you continue bearing fruit. How, if you're going to sow thorns, how are you going to bear beautiful fruits? If thorns were sown in the first place. So now when I look at my life and I look at those like decisions, because now it's like things are just happening that you don't know why they're happening. And I remember them telling me, sitting me down and being like, okay, what do you want to do? You can raise the baby. If you raise the baby, you know you must quit school.
Yes.
Drop out of school. You come here. And I was in a Muslim school, by the way. In a Muslim school, you're not allowed to be pregnant.
Sure.
Because you're supposed to be holy.
Sure.
You're supposed to be holy. I wasn't a Muslim. I was just in the Muslim school.
Yes.
So there was no way that I was going to attend school. I had to drop out. And they gave me a second option. They were like, okay, either terminate the pregnancy or you keep the baby. What do you want to do? Later on in my life, my stepmom apologized to me. She's like, there's no way that I shouldn't have given you the choice or the option to terminate. And she was like, as a parent, I was not supposed to do that. But anyway, so I chose, obviously, I'm like, oh, quit school. My childhood, it means now teenagehood gone, university gone. I'm like, let's terminate. I want to terminate a pregnancy. I was 5 months pregnant. I don't know the gender of the child. 5 months pregnant. It was gone. It was like,
sure.
And I remember clearly how I felt like, at the time I was listening to Ntate Thuso on a Sunday.
The wrong person to listen to.
I remember they were talking about pregnancy.
Yes.
That day, they were talking about pregnancy.
Yes.
Like, but I was like, there's no way that I'm going to raise this child. I'm just
and you feel like Tate Thuso is speaking
to you? Tate Thuso is speaking to me. Even I didn't Tate Main at that time. But I feel like as a teenager, what are you going to do? You just decide that. At the time, I wasn't thinking about it because when you are young, by the way, young people, when you are a teenager, you don't, everything you see is here. You can't see beyond. There is no way. You were not, only experience gives you that beyond.
Sure.
So when you are a child and you're 16 and you're 15, all you see is this. There's nothing else. There's no future. There's no 10 years from now. There's no, one day when I'm married. No. You only see now. So for me, for the now, I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to go get an abortion. And I did. I went and I got an abortion. Harrowing time.
My God.
It was a horrific time of my life.
Because I'm thinking 5 months.
5 months it's a person. And I didn't want to know. I didn't want to see the scan. I didn't want to see anything. I was like, I don't want to get attached to that baby at all. And after I had the abortion, the guilt.
My God.
And the shame that comes afterwards. everywhere I went, they talked about babies. Everywhere I went, there was something about a baby. I would see a baby. I would be, the milk will be coming out because now it's like, okay, the baby's here. My body's like, the baby's here. There's no baby. And I'm just here. And even then, I have no one to talk to about it. I'm just there trying to survive and trying to tell myself, okay, we need to push this thing down. So how many things can you push down?
How many things? At 16?
Push it down. You suppress it. And I feel like most of my mental health issues came from the fact that I had so much suppressed and so much I was trying to deal with that I didn't know how to deal with. I didn't have the language for it. There was no, now you can say, oh, mental health, you can call this number. There was none of that at that time. It was just really.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. That's all.
And dreams? Because sometimes I think you'll even dream about.
Look, I feel like my brain or the brain, God created the brain to protect us. The way it's set up. Because I remember even with me being molested, I only spoke out when I was like 23 or something. And my grandfather passed away during my teenagehood. And then when he passed away, I kind of like said, oh, it's over.
Yes.
Or something. I completely forgot. Grace, one day as I was sitting in the house, I'm like, no, man, I was molested. Now I'm an adult.
Sure.
And I'm like, wait. I was molested. This was wrong. I just had an epiphany from somewhere. Like, no. This happened to me and it was wrong. It's like my brain had blocked it.
Hey.
You know, like I couldn't remember that part of my life. And that's why people even have to do hypnosis because you need to they need to get you to open that door that you closed and shut so that you can be able to heal. Because all behavior, even though you don't see how your brain works, the behavior is there. Comes from those things. Even the closed doors, it comes from there. So for me, even the pregnancy and the abortion, I was like, close that door. We don't need to think about that. That's not. Let's just move on with life. And I did. I moved on. But I was afraid of being pregnant. I was like,
sure,
I cannot be pregnant again because I can't have another abortion. I don't think I would have been able to have another abortion.
Sure.
It was just like, no, this thing happened. Let's just shut it and move on with life.
The guilt and the shame, was it the reason why you drank and took drugs?
Possibly. Honestly, because you're just carrying so much. And for me, when I was introduced to drugs, I remember I didn't want drugs, by the way. It's such a funny thing that people will be smoking weed and I'll be like, why are they smoking weed? You know? But hang around the people smoking weed long enough.
Birds of the same feathers.
One day, so my friend was smoking weed and she would smoke weed in varsity. She would smoke weed and I'll be like, I don't even know why weed smells bad. Why are you doing this? One day, after some time, if you want to boil a frog,
sure,
you don't switch on the old stove. You just make it comfortable. And one day I started smoking weed. And then I was like, oh, I can be relaxed. I feel like I was just tense the whole time. Sure. And because there's no outlet, you're drinking and yeah. And then now there's another thing that's being introduced. It's like, oh, here's another way of you forgetting your troubles. Here's weed. And then I got into weed. I remember again when I was introduced to drugs. And my boyfriend's friend came, did drugs in front of me. And I was like, there's no way. I'll never do drugs. I have sinuses. How can I do drugs? But again, hang around.
Ooh.
you will find yourself there. And I think when I started taking drugs, I was like, yeah, no, it was now the height of the whole thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Just needed to forget, and drugs made me forget. And I was like, okay, that's what we're doing now.
You spoke about dating a drug dealer as well.
Yes. we are summarizing it, but this is like a life.
8 hours. We need 8 hours or days.
We are trying our best to summarize it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I had now run away from home, from my father's house. I decided that, okay, I can't be here. I need to be out.
Oh.
And when I went out, I'm lost again. And now varsity is not working. I don't even know what was happening in that period. And in enters the drug dealer. So now we were just going to buy drugs for the night, for partying. And it just so happened that I was the one who was going to meet the drug dealer.
Sure.
And when I met the drug dealer, he's like, oh, you're cute. Okay, here's my number. So now my friends would get drugs for free because the drug dealer wants me. So now we are just like, okay, drug dealer, call your guy. You know, and then we call the guy. Like I said, even now, God's mercy. If you ask, where were you, God? He was there.
He was there.
Because tell me why. Like people, after I posted the video of the drug dealer being in a relationship, people were like, there's no way, you're crazy. And I was like, I know, because there's no way that I went to this guy's house. The guy he was feared in the town. I went to his house doing drugs with him, and he never even slept with me. How? So how was he giving me drugs for free and not even sleeping with me?
My God.
I don't get it. Till now, even when I think, I'm like, yeah, no, more got a story.
And we want to have guts and say God was not there.
How?
With
With my decisions. Remember, these are my decisions. I have free will. This is what I'm choosing to do. With the brokenness. Yes, the brokenness is there. But my grandfather never introduced me to drugs. Right?
Sure.
But you start abusing yourself. You get abused, then you abuse yourself. So that's how now everything is unfolding. And I will tell you this. When I started doing drugs, I was not addicted to drugs. They were just occasional. They were just, when we go out, okay. You go out, you do a few lines, sharp. But when you want to boil a frog, you just switch on the stove. Small. And finally. Then, because now I need an escape. So everything was just an escape. Alcohol was an escape. Weed was an escape. Now the drugs, an escape. An expensive escape on top of it, because now you need to fund the thing. And now I am in a small town in Potchefstroom, in Northwest, where the drugs are just, you know. When I moved to Joburg,
oh God.
Remember, I'm not a drug addict yet. I was just doing drugs occasionally. When I moved to Joburg, now I meet real drugs.
Sure.
Like people doing terrible things.
Sure.
And because Satan will always have his people. I know that God has his people. Yes. But Satan will always say, and Satan's ones are many, man. I don't know why they are a lot. I feel like with us as children of God has people as well. But I feel like it takes God so much to convince us to speak to that person. Say hi. Oh God, I'm shy. You are always giving him excuses of
Always.
why you are not doing what he wants you to do. But Satan's people are always ready. Like they're always, it's like they can smell that, you are,
Sure.
we can
They
do
can even
this.
teach you.
Yeah. The agents are just waiting for you. So when I come to Joburg now, I meet this blesser who just so happens to do drugs. Please tell me, I could have met any other blesser.
Oh.
But this blesser does drugs. So he introduced me to cocaine now. Now we have moved
Which
on.
one were you taking before?
There's cat cocaine and then there's cocaine. Cat cocaine, they mix it. They mix it. It's cheap. Cocaine is the real cocaine. And now the real cocaine is different from the cat cocaine. Because what happens to the brain when you take drugs is that you reach the ultimate high. So the first time you take drugs, you'll be high, and that's the highest you'll ever be. You will never be that high again.
Okay.
So your brain reaches a limit, like that's the highest. And then now, the whole time you're doing drugs after that, you're trying to reach the high, but you will never get there again.
The devil is a liar.
So now you need something else to pass that high. So now you see how you'll never get free because you're always chasing this high, but you'll never get as high as your first time. So now I get here and I'm high. And now I'm just like, okay, every week now I'm doing drugs, I'm drinking. The state of my heart, my soul, how was I?
Hey.
So by the time I get to the point where I'm saying, is this all you have? All this has happened in my life. This is the background of reaching that point where I was like, oh God, are you sure this is all you have? Because now I'm drinking. It got to the point where the drinking is not nice anymore. The drugs are not nice. The men are not nice. What is happening?
What is happening?
There's nothing that is satisfying my soul. I'm trying everything.
There's
even
a
drugs.
void.
The void is not filling. So when I prayed, because you can speak to God wherever you are. It doesn't matter where you are.
Hey.
You can speak to God wherever you are. And I just wanted to say this. Jesus is not afraid of the dirt, the dirty places. He's not afraid of the dark places. In Psalms 139, it says, darkness is like light to you. So there's nowhere where you can run where he will not find you. You can go anywhere. You can be anywhere and he will find you. When I had run away from home, I remember I was high and I slept. And I was with my boyfriend at the time. I slept. When I was dreaming, I dreamt of Jesus in the room. So there's just this white light in the room. And I'm just thinking,
hi.
Hi. And he's packing, it looked like he was packing my stuff in that room. But I didn't talk, because what do you do? I don't know you. So I know, how you know that it's Jesus.
My God.
But you don't know.
The inner man will confirm.
And then I wake up, I asked this boyfriend, I'm like, have you ever dreamt of Jesus? Because I've never had a dream like that in my life. And that day I had it. Some may say, oh, you were high, but man.
Hey.
So I feel like I don't know who was praying for me, but thank you to whoever God was had. Because after this testimony, many parents come to me and they say, oh, my child is into drugs. How do I get them out? And I always say they have free will. That's the problem. The problem is free will. They can choose, right? And you can't, even you if God cannot override a person's free will, who are you as a parent to override someone's free will? My toddler is 1 and he doesn't want to eat strawberries, doesn't want to eat strawberries. And I was telling God, oh, is this what having free will is like?
Sure.
Because me as a parent, I want you to eat because you need to eat. But because you have free will, you want to choose what you want to eat. I can't force you. So now, the only thing a parent can do is pray. Because I can tell you now, my parents couldn't save me.
Say that again.
My parents couldn't save me. Their teachings, their rules, their strictness, their what. Even their love couldn't save me. But there's one who reaches the dark places and the dark corners. One day when I was working as a waitress, this guy came, and when he was paying his bill, he was like, Jesus loves you. Now, that means nothing to me at the time because, hey, oh, okay, sure, hey, that's Alwan, sharp. But now when I look back, I'm like, oh, there he is.
He's been pursuing me. He's been pursuing me.
He's been chasing after me all along. When I was changing men, doing all these things in varsity, my roommate was a Christian. She was not doing the same things I was doing, but he was there all along, somewhere, somehow, some way. And now when I look back in my life, I'm like, oh, you were there. You were there all along. So, parents, there's really so much you can do, but all you can do is pray. Because there may be a Hefziba somewhere who's sharing her testimony.
Sure.
And it reaches your child.
Sure.
There may be someone who's paying a bill and they're like, oh, can I pray for you? In a place where you, parent, cannot be. There may be someone who felt who is sent by God to go into nightclubs and to go and preach and to go and do all these things. And you never know where your child might end up, who they might bump into. And God is able. He's the one who is able. No one else can do it for you.
Oh. There's a song that says, it reaches to the highest mountain.
Yes.
I love it when you say, there are no places God cannot reach. You know, when he wants you, he wants you.
Yes.
Not my mother can save me. Not even my dad can. Not even money.
Nothing.
It only takes God to take. How has it been being found by God?
Oh. Now, you see, I had to now think about the dark places.
How is being in God?
I can tell you something about being in God is that it's the most freeing time that I've ever had. Freeing in the sense that I have peace of mind, which is something that I have never had in my life. I can sleep, I can have peace. I worry, obviously.
We are human.
Sleep, bills, what? My child doesn't sleep. Those are just simple things. I don't sit at night dreading my life and thinking about all the things that I've done wrong. I have peace of mind. I have peace of heart. I have joy.
Sure.
I don't have to escape my life in any way. I know that someone is in my corner at all times. I'm not alone. And I feel like if I'm talking about my story and me not having anyone, I can tell you now that even if there's no one around me, I'm never alone. He's always there.
I want to break a bit. You also have a husband.
Yes. I don't have my ring because I lost it.
You have a husband.
Yes, I have a husband. Not only do I have a husband,
come on,
I have a good man.
My God,
like it's not just any.
Did you deserve?
I feel like when God gave me my husband, He was like, "Look, I'm gonna give you the best."
Sure.
The kindest man I've ever known. The most gentle man I've ever known. The most secure man I've ever known. And my husband has never drank, has never smoked, has never done anything that if we were to check track record.
Sure.
And say, if we were matching people up, we wouldn't have matched him with me.
Sure.
We're like, sorry, you need someone from church. like a good girl who was raised in... No.
No.
My husband is my biggest blessing.
What a reward.
For what?
For what?
Just because I love you. That's all. I can't even say, oh, it's because... no, there's nothing. My husband is the one who led me to Christ, not in a prayer form. But when I met my husband, I met him and I saw him and I'm like, oh, that guy, I want to have sex with him.
Sure.
So remember, this is me. This is, I'm like, oh, we're going to hook up. Yeah, even the church is boring. So during church services, we can, that was my plan for him.
Sure. Kanti.
Hey. So when I met him, he was just okay. Like, he was just happy. He didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do anything. He was just happy. And I was like, why are you happy? Like, what do you do for fun? He's like, oh, I go to church, I play piano. I'm like, that's all? And he was the happiest person I've ever seen. And I'm like, why are you happy? Whatever you have, I wanted.
Sure.
I don't know what
Kanti, it was God.
I want that. And let's look at this. A man was used in my life to come in, used by the devil, because we have all fallen short of the glory of God. Even my grandfather who molested me. And he was used by the devil to come and destroy me. And God used a man to come and save me. So God will find you according to your own uniqueness. That's how he'll find you. He may not find you the way he found Tulan. We don't know what we don't know what the devil has against you, but God can use the same thing the devil has against you to use it for his glory.
How many children do you guys have?
We have one. One full one.
We need another time. We need another time. We are out of time.
Yes.
But David says, what is a man that you are so mindful of? Angels are not even closer to where we are in terms of the love of God, the love that God has concerning us. My dear brother and sister at home, I want to say to you today, try this God. There is nothing, trust me when I say there is nothing that this Lord cannot do. If he did it for Grace, if he did it for Hefziba,
he can do it for anyone.
He can do. What is rape? What is drunkenness? What are drugs? What is prostitution? Nothing. He became that so that you can be. Enjoy your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are the Grace of God channel and we love you so much. Be blessed.